Greetings, I am Lion.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together.
Yes.
Alrighty, guys, we are back, and we're going to deal with the pile of tires.
Finally.
Clear the junk pile, because it took us so many steps to do this.
And maybe it will give us the fish back.
Maybe. Can you cart out the rest of this junk, since you've already carted out everything else, and that'd be great?
Awesome. Yeah, sure. Give me a bit.
I mean, okay.
Alright. If you insist.
A bit later. Only a bit.
Just a bit.
I'm still wondering how he gets
A whole
hold of his
bit.
truck.
I do too.
Well,
That was the last of it. For sure.
It does seem like that was the last of it. I will agree. Maybe not. The shoreline looks barren. But, no, yes, I was right.
Yes.
But now it feels empty somehow.
Maybe we could put something else there.
Do you want to make a sculpture for free for me?
I do that a lot, don't I?
How about another sculpture?
God, I can't believe you called that that. Oh, I actually have one we could use for this if you want.
Is it going to be one of the ones that's actually in your yard? Because that would be so cool.
That would be wild.
Ooh, show me.
It's one of 3 options.
That have been
You're
in
gonna
your
have to
yard.
guess which one
Where have you been keeping these?
That's
not really...
plant.
Are these
That is also
sculptures?
a plant. That's
Holy shit, did you make a realistic sculpture for reasons? I'm doing one that looks more like a sculpture. Screw you.
I get that like, you can totally have amazing realistic sculptures.
But
absolutely. But, like, he has never shown that that's what he does.
Right, yeah, his art has never looked like that, so that to me would be super weird, which is why, like, I was expecting something like industrial natural, like the flowers he made for his own yard and stuff like that.
Right?
You know, or the other stuff
What
that he's done.
happened to that? And they were like, yeah, I'm like, this almost feels like a joke.
Like, I don't really want to do this one, because it doesn't feel like his best work, especially since it's already rusting and would fall apart fairly soon.
Yeah.
Plus, the flags don't feel much like him, since he usually does a lot more metal work. I was going to say, but it's the only one that looks like a sculpture to me, so I'm just going to go with it.
Sure.
We also had talked about how the junk could be art, so this is a fun little homage to her thing going, well, what if the junk is art?
Uh-huh, right.
So I kind of like that bit of it.
Yeah, I mean, that will work.
Hey, looks great. Fits right in. Does it? Someone should be paying you lots of money for lots more art, but not me.
Yeah, that'd be something, wouldn't it?
Except for, wait, she's suddenly telling you that your art's really good when she's kind of... Oh my god, Lily, you have no consistency.
It's fine.
Know what we need? Food, because you never eat.
Flowers?
It's flowers.
It's always flowers.
No, cacti, which are covered in flowers, so that's flowers.
Especially considering that you just magically have cacti covered with
that are
flowers.
all in bloom at the same time, and don't mind being transplanted while they're in bloom.
It's fine. Ah, you tricked me.
Not flowers. Cactus flowers. I
have to say, as somebody who's here, I feel like I'm really aggressively either like a really awkward third wheel or these people do not know how to talk to each other.
Okay, so
like, you tricked me.
This is a lie. She says no cactus. Plant lower quarry flowers. So she lied to him?
Why does
was
this
that
game
meant to be
do
a joke?
This?
When was that meant to be a joke, basically, of going, nope, cacti, ha 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 ha, rib, elbow you in the ribs kind of thing.
So what's left after we finish here today?
Whatever other pieces of the property that I haven't shown the player.
Yeah, as long as necessary.
There's a little building and a clearing on the map. That should be everything, providing this is actually done. And we didn't check in on this at all, let alone what's inside the vault that we haven't opened.
At all.
It's fine.
It's fine.
3
days. I think you got enough time.
Based on what I've done so far, I should. I won't if we don't get these cacti placed, which are flowers. Let's get prickly.
Okay, that's cute.
I'm going to be very picky about the cactus.
Oh, no, they do have cactus.
So they are cactus. Whoa.
Whoa.
Those are so blurry.
Whoa.
I can't even tell. But that one's fun.
I do too, especially with the tires. Yes.
The tires tie in the flags really nicely, so I'm for it.
Cactuses are looking pretty nice.
Yeah?
They're almost like they have flowers on them.
How dare you call me out like that?
Are they a flowering plant, perhaps?
I'm just planting plants. Some plants will flower. You can't do anything about it. It just happens.
Do you think that flowers only grow independently on their own across all boards of plants?
I just think that flowers aren't plants, but some plants have flowers.
Oh, God.
And patron, oh my God.
You're trying real hard,
honey.
It's
cacti.
Or cactuses.
Again, she doesn't seem to like him. No, you should do it my way. That's not the plural of cactus.
You sure about that?
Him playful, her actually grumpy.
You ready for me to pull up a Google search about whether cactuses is an okay plural for cactus?
Because we assume the player's been doing this occasionally if they're nitpicking.
Ha ha! Yeah, probably.
No, don't. I can't be wrong about something I'm pedantic about. My heart couldn't take it. Oh my god. If I'm gonna be right, I need it to be unchallenged, but also uneducated. Shit, that doesn't sound right. Luke, I don't have the energy for this right now, okay? Later, I can be educated more, but not right now. Right now, cactus, okay?
Have you run out of spoons for how much work we've been doing? Because that's fair. Like, I can understand sometimes where some people don't want to hear stuff because, I mean, some days you're really just tired. The thing is you need to remember that we have to come back to it, though, because then otherwise all we did were just avoiding the issue, and then you're not really wanting to confront it, you just wanted to be right.
I think you're right about all of those things, except it's more like I have too many forks thinking about everything going on right now, including my mom and Blaine and Mr. Rich and my cousin, not cousin, and the whole house and property, and my deadline. So it's probably that. But we can get back to it once those are done.
Okay.
And then we'll just make a date for a Google search, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Done.
I can do that.
He agreed to go on a date with me.
I'll let you off the hook.
Her. He's going on a date with me to do a Google search. Yes!
Honestly, that would be awesome.
That would have been very clever, honestly. We just completely ad-libbed that, and I'm sort of feeling it. I'm just like, that would have been cute, and that would have worked for me, so you know?
Again, I'm like, I don't understand the relationship dynamic. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. But she really did seem deeply annoyed there, and he was like, I'm trying to keep it light. Still doesn't look quite right. More cactuses are required. Did you not say cacti?
Ah, so you're saying it my way now. Okay, so I wonder if it's the question of why you say fish for plural and also singular, and then also in other cases you say fishes. So do you know why you say fishes?
I do. Okay. So for this one, when you have a plural that that basically behaves, a singular that also behaves as a plural, like fish. You have many fish or one fish, right?
Right.
Then when you do fishes, it is still accurate, but you're talking about something else. It's talking about multiple kinds of fish.
Yes.
So the seafood section has fishes in it, and it also has fish.
Yes.
Because there's more than one type there. The ocean is full of fishes and also fish, because there's many there and many kinds.
Yes.
So you can have cactus and cacti, and cactuses would be multiple species of cactus.
Yes.
And still be correct.
And genuinely, I don't actually know which one is correct. I've used both. I imagine, though, that it really is that scenario of you say cacti when you're doing multiple of a type, one type, singular type, and then when you're saying cactuses, you're talking about multiple types. Like you have deer and you have deers.
Yes, if you have a red-tailed deer and a mule deer and a white-tailed deer,
right.
And your various different types of deer, it's deers.
Yeah.
In the same way that you can have, mouses.
That would hurt so bad.
It does.
Woo! All right.
Ah,
you're saying it my way now.
Maybe I just don't want you to tell me I'm saying it wrong. And you are real defensive while he's being playful, my dear.
Excuse me. Who corrected who before?
Me, correcting everyone all the time, okay? Except for when they bag on my jokes about my wordification of things to be playful. Maybe I'm just grumpy because of my mom.
Honestly, you really seem like a sister of mine or something.
Yeah! Not trying to be your sister!
Are you sure about that?
I mean, cactus! Why can't you just let me be a pedant? That's so bad. Oh my god.
Okay, so sometimes I feel this because I have been this person with my friend. And it's been really funny where I'm just like, oh my fucking god, it's, you know what I mean. Yes, but this thing is that thing and this thing. I'm like, ah!
So sometimes I can be a real pain with semantics. And I have two main roots for it, and I don't mean to. I'm not trying to cause trouble, but I nonetheless will dig in and cause trouble for quite a while without realizing where it's gone or how intense the other person is responding to it, or how much I'm just making things hard on everybody. My dad always has done this with me for my entire life.
And it's a dick move.
And that one. And even since I was very, very little, that was a lot of how I learned language, was him sort of aggressively correcting me of, I will not respond to your sentence or engage in your conversation at all until you say it correctly.
And the thing that's actually also funny is that I learned kind kind of from my dad is my dad actually had the same problem with his dad. His dad was a teacher and would sit there and basically sort of like make fun of, if not basically sort of harass the kids. Well, like they played Scrabble, right? So whenever they played Scrabble and it wasn't correct, like he would just make fun of them. Kind of thing. And I'm like, that's really sad. And it's led to my dad being really insecure about a lot.
Right.
So.
See, and my dad wouldn't tease me, but he really would. Like, the conversation could not move forward. You were not allowed to make your point. You were not allowed to discuss anything else. You couldn't even ask a question if you needed help right now without saying it properly.
Yep.
And I've had that happen a lot. And then I've had a couple of relationships with guys that have been the same way. So it's just been reinforced that there's been, and it's not necessarily romantic relationships, like, but this has been like boss relationships too. Of basically, if you don't say it perfectly properly in a way that we all agree the dude's is right, then you're not allowed to speak in this circle.
Yeah.
And so I can be like, no, but you have to say it correctly because it's super important because I've been told my livelihood depends on it sometimes.
And I'm just like, friend.
Anyway, so be a pedant. Let me be a pedant.
Wow, you never let me be a dummy.
I call you a dummy all the time. What are you talking about? I mean, you do that on your own. I don't have to let you. Oh, that's not better. I mean...
Why do we like each other again? I just need to know.
It appears we have reached an impasse, sir. Since I don't have a clever comeback that's not insulting, we are at an impasse.
Again, I'm not really getting equivalency vibes here. I don't.
No.
Yeah. And again, I get that Lily's been traumatized and been hurt and whatever else, and yeah, what's an impasse? If she makes fun of him for this?
I swear, sometimes, Luke.
There's
no reason for you to expect that he should have your language, your vocabulary, your way of speaking, your preferential dialogue at all. You barely know each other, and you are the only one that feels entitled here to his performance, to his behavior, to his interest in you. Lily, you are unsympathetic to me in reference to your romantic interests because, again, you're treating Luke like you're having your own internal experience with Luke that doesn't involve Luke at all.
Yeah.
And also, again, a lot of ways you're behaving like someone that is really, and I broke it down before, of just sexually interested in him. Like, I have sexual attraction to you, and I'm conflating it a bit with romantic attraction, but I have shown no interest in you as a person. So I don't understand why you're romantically frustrating because the sexual drive is there, so they should both work.
Right?
Right?
Huh?
And that's where she ends it? She says nothing else after sometimes, I swear.
You had an opportunity. Sorry, we have something on screen. You had an opportunity to literally interact with him and basically share or teach, and you just go, you're just fucking with me?
Just be
like, he might
Luke,
have genuinely been honest. I don't think he's really being mean. I think he'd be like, what's an impasse?
Yeah, I don't think was mocking at all. And that wasn't his face where he's being more snarky and stuff. So again, if we're going from facial cues,
right?
She's just like, I refuse to teach you and explain things. So I will not choose this one or this one because they both include dead grass. So this one it is.
All right.
Because I don't want to add more dead grass after I've removed all the dead grass.
Sorry.
Okay?
It's fine.
It's fine. I want the fish back, my bro. Where are my fish?
They're gone.
I can't believe it. You brought over all those fancy, expensive fish from my koi garden, and now they're all just gone. I mean, but I think we're all done here.
Yay.
I honestly wanted you to decorate more parts of the shoreline. Like, I was expecting you to spread the stuff around the shoreline.
I was too.
All right, that's fine. Thank you, Luke. I couldn't have done it without you because of all the metal of the giant crane, really. Actually, that would have been the end of me. I can't move something that big, despite being able to move giant trees. That's my limit.
I'm calling, whoa, without me, huh?
Yeah, I couldn't do it without you.
Hey, I gotta tell you something.
I've been asking you to tell me all day. What is it?
I'm really hungry right now.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead. I'm moving away, and the rest of Lily's garden will be about her own journey by herself.
Perfect.
And he'll actually be a friend over the phone. We'll actually talk as friends.
Yes.
Or something.
Excellent. I would be excited for that.
Oh, and we have to talk to him separately. I have something to tell you, but you got to spend stars to hear it.
That sounds about right for this game.
Okay, fine.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Sure.
They've done that every time.
Yeah, I know. I
know I've been real cagey the past few days. I really wanted to tell you something, but I had to think about it first.
Oh my God, are we going to get a stupid confession?
Please, no.
Okay, so I keep badgering you for it and you keep telling me no. What is it? It has to do with that phone call, so it shouldn't have to do with me at all. But maybe it will. Let's find out.
Lily, I got a job offer.
You're going to stop being an artist and go back to work, maybe. That's a big move. What?
Yeah, the guy who bought one of my pieces the other day?
Yeah.
Turns out he's a production designer for the new Nuclear Tom movie, and he wants me to work on the set to build for it.
You would be amazing at that. Kick ass.
Are we doing like Mad
Luke?
Max?
I don't know, but that's adorable.
Like Nuclear Tom?
I know,
I'm like, my
right?
brain just instantly went, the Thunderdome, as done by Luke.
That would be amazing. Mad Max done by Luke would be insane. You'd have even more
It is.
flamethrowers and chainsaws and everything. People with sledgehammers and riding cranes. Yep, it'd be there. Luke, that's amazing. Post-apocalyptic stuff is like your whole thing, except for the power tools. Maybe? Are power tools post-apocalyptic? I can't remember. Do people have electricity then? You'd have to wire them all to take gas, wouldn't you? That could be your thing. You do a lot of engineering that I don't acknowledge.
Right? But it's not set in stone yet. Tomorrow I gotta go meet the team on set in Nevada.
Oh, so you're telling us that without you, you'd be moving to Nevada for a while, if not permanently.
Yes, perfect.
But probably for a while, since that's a temporary
Have
job.
character development without someone else.
Oh, I think that's great. I was expecting a stupid confession. This is wonderful. I am for it.
Yeah, I know.
And then she goes into, this is about me.
Yeah.
Can't you just stay excited for him for 2 seconds and feel bad later?
I mean, I feel like a terrible person whenever this comes up sometimes, but sometimes I really have been like, where somebody will talk about something and go, but
But you're going to be leaving.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
you're like, I want to be excited for you, and I think that's great, but I'm also like,
But imagine if it's an acquaintance.
oh, that would be fucking weird.
Okay, because I was like, for me, I understand. And my friend has done that because we've been roommates for a while now and has been like, you're going away to go do, a family thing or whatever. And they'll be like, but you'll be gone, so we can't hang out. And I'll be like, I know, or whatever,
right?
Because it's great. I was going to say, and I've had that with other friends in the past too, or with family occasionally, just being like, and I'm going to go do this opportunity, this thing, or this obligation or whatever. And they're like, but you will be gone. But I have never had that with an acquaintance or a crush or someone I wasn't close to. Because a crush isn't a relationship yet, And going, like, every time someone has come to me at work, even if they're a really good coworker or when I've been in management, an employee, under me kind of thing, a team member, and they're like, oh my God, I got this other opportunity. I'm like, great, awesome. And then they're like, oh God, I'll miss you. I'm like, that's fine. If this is what you want to do it. There is no level of, oh, but I will miss you and you will be gone. Because I just want them to do well, because I'm not personally attached to spending a ton of time with them because they're not an intimate part of my life. Anyway, it sounds like, again, if she was invested in him, that she should be able to carry her enthusiasm and be sad after he leaves. I don't know.
Right?
Anyway.
But it wouldn't be forever, just while we get the set built and the money's real good.
And so you're trying to console her immediately because this is a dramatic behavior. So if we're framing this in real life here, what we've got is he talks to Lily and she gets really excited. And then he says in Nevada, and he's a little bit hesitant about it because he realizes that she's just said, I couldn't do this without you, right?
Right.
And then she turns physically away from him, crosses her arms and curls in on herself, as opposed to excited, standing up straight and making eye contact.
Yes.
Like that is not a subtle gesture. That's not like you wilt a little, but stay looking at them. Like that is a dramatic gesture. And that would be really surprising in real life to me, to just see an adult that I was kind of familiar with, instead of just sort of wilting a little bit, if you will, in conversation, just sort of maybe dropping their posture a little bit or their enthusiasm of tone or whatever, or looking away. They actually just turn their entire body away from you, look at the ground, cross their arms and curl in on themselves. Like that's a lot.
So in regards to the way that I'm looking at this, I can see what my friend's talking about. And also, like, I'd be like, wow, that's really fucking manipulative, which is what it mostly feels like. But especially considering her background, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because she has been abused and she has been, in a lot of ways, invalidated or neglected. So she is trying to manipulate. Like, I feel like we've talked about this before, for sure, of just going, like, the reason I feel like she picks on him so much, she picks on Luke so much, is because she's trying to keep him basically around her / with her. She might actually be greatly intimidated by him and actually how genuine or nice or honest he is.
And how skillful he is.
Uh-huh.
And then just being like, if I can make you feel like you're not that important or that good, you might think like we're an okay match because you're not too good for me.
Right?
Sort of just, nagging him.
All right, but it wouldn't be forever. I'm just worried about Karen. I mean, I only just got this arrangement going with Rach,
and if I don't see her for a while, I'm sure you two can work something out, especially if it means you'll be able to support Karen better by doing this. Honestly, Rachel wants you to have a normal job anyway. She said it over and over again.
Right? You really think I should go?
I mean, if you want to, yes. unless you think you will regret going because of your parenting experience or something that you just brought up yourself was important to you, then, or if you think you would be, you know, have a stressful time and not enjoy it because of that, you should do it.
I'm also like, the thing that interests me is just going like, you could talk to your kid about it if you're really concerned about it, and basically lay down, like, I know some people are like, there's not like all the things you want to talk to your kids about, because there are some things they're not necessarily going to get context for, and you don't want to hurt them in that way of going, I'm going to put this all on you, but
Mom,
just kind of like,
you don't invite a 12-year-old to go to Paris with you. Yeah.
Right?
Sorry, that was a movie quote. Go ahead.
Was it a movie quote, or was it actually just somebody talking about their life and going...
No, it was actually a movie quote where someone was just bitching off that their parent was a bad parent, going, you were away all the time when I was a child, and I can't think of the movie right now. And they're going, I always invited you to come with me. You don't invite your, you know, minor child to come with you across the world. You just take them.
See, and
that was the adult's opinion at that point.
See, and for me, I'm like, I don't agree with it. Anyway, it's fine.
Okay. I mean, so I was going to say, I would tend to say 10-year-olds are well skilled enough to be able to understand. And especially if you go, hey, you know how I've been struggling to find a job and find myself? This is something that I think would be really good for me. For the most part, kids are real supportive.
But there's also, though, the thing, too, that especially if that's the kind of relationship you've developed, because it is a skill, but if that's the thing you've worked on with your family, with your experience, guess what? You should totally fucking do that shit.
I mean, my dad told me that kind of stuff all the time because my parents had split custody, and there was an experience of, you know, hey, I'm not doing Christmas this year because of this thing that I will emotionally connect you to. And it wasn't like that thing they do with the deadbeat dad of I'm just going to cop out. He would describe what he was doing in business. He would describe where he was going or what he was into. He would describe sometimes of going, hey, I just don't really have, you know, the energy for it this year with everything else that's expected of me in my job, so I don't feel like I'd be very present.
Right.
Now, he wasn't always that clear with his language, but I understood, and my brother understood, and neither of us ever really seemed bitter about it at all.
Right.
Like, and I can't speak for my brother's internal experience, but, you know, I mean, I don't want you to, but I think you should. Opportunities like this don't come along every day. This could be your new career, Luke. You seem super sad.
I'd miss you.
You would? Ha, I'd miss you too. You're not stunned that he says that? No, because you're having your own internal experience. Okay, because I am stunned that he says that.
Me too.
Not necessarily. Like, that could be a sort of thing of like, you know, we've been working together a lot. But in the context that they're trying to frame it, I feel is awkward to me. I miss you too. But not everything is about us. This is the second time you've used us in this area. You know? Is there an us?
Yeah. Can I walk you home?
I am home, Luke. I live here.
Can I walk you to your house?
Oh, sure.
The building where you live and sleep.
Yeah, but we'll have to walk past my mom. Definitely. Come on, Luke, before you change your mind.
Oh, shit. Not.
Yeah, night. Somehow we didn't have to walk past my mom. That was amazing.
Whoa.
I don't know where she went. Oh.
That looked like a tender moment.
Tender like a tenderloin, Mom. I'm
tender
hungry.
like a chicken.
Oh, you're over there. Where the hell were you?
Whoa.
Like, whoa. Not in the mood, Mom. Wheelchair. The wheelbarrow comes back in. Poof.
Oh, well, I have something for you anyway. Thank you very much for your opinion, Lily.
Even though I'm not in the mood.
Oh, God. Well, thank you very much, guys, then, for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share our videos if you're having a good time with us. Please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or Patreon. Got the links in the description down below. And I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you.
Bye!